So welcome back everyone to another video. 2 days ago I played a chess tournament organized by Julien, French #1 chess YouTuber, with the collaboration of Chess Bar app in Paris, in the heart of Paris, kind of, Théâtre de la Concorde. And it's, as it's called, as you can see on the screen, chess party. It was a 6-round tournament, pretty much friendly. I think there was around 110 players, and I had the footage of first 4 rounds. I played players around 1700 elos, maybe even 1900 sometimes, and in the 5th and 6th round I didn't record, so based on the fact that they are recording, Julien was recording, and also the game, the bonus game against Mitra, she was also recording, but based on the results I don't think so. We will see the games. It's gonna be burned, the footage, but I don't know, maybe we will see. But anyways, I will have black pieces against Julien in the last round, 6th round, the final game of the tournament. If I win the tournament, and the bonus game, if you reach to that point, against Mitra, again I had the black pieces. So let's see how the game went. Julien, as usual, starts with d4. He always plays his usual Catalan. He loves this opening, and I throw a check on b4 against Mitra. Also was kind of was exactly same move order, bishop d2, bishop e7, and here Julien played g3, which is Catalan. Mitra played knight c3, so I went d5. He went bishop g2, castle, pretty natural. And here there are a couple of moves, dc, maybe one of the main lines, knight d7, but I played the most solid line, creating this triangle, very solid. I always play this. He guards the pawn on c4, knight d7, bishop f4, and b6, pretty natural. Knight d2, bishop to a6. I develop all of my minor pieces, and here he plays rook d1, pretty natural, bringing the rook in the same file of the queen. And here I play knight h5, attacking the bishop on f4, which is putting pressure on the center. He plays the most logical move, bishop e3, and here I don't know why I played this move. I just had a feeling that I have to make the game tactical. Julien is a very strong player, international master, very strategical understanding and positional understanding, but I thought I could make the game tactical and I have more chances there. So after bishop e3, f5, it's a bit rational. I mean, it's a bit too much aggressive move, but I've seen such ideas before, going for f4, and but he immediately reacted not in the correct way, bishop f4. The best way here was to take and go queen c6, putting pressure on in this e6 pawn, and actually you cannot easily guard this pawn. It's just impossible. King f7 is possible, actually looks fine because you're going to kick out the queen, but here white can play queen a4 or knight g5, some like this knight g5. It's interesting as well, because take, if you take the bishop, the knight is hanging. But okay, black is fine, but it could be tricky. And also after queen a4, putting pressure on the bishop. Okay, the pawn on e2 is hanging, rook e1. My king is weird. Computer gives advantage to white. But okay, he probably had in mind that whenever he sees this move, just play bishop f4. But in this position is not good. I was shocked and played g5 immediately, because I saw this that I can just remove, destroy his pawn structure. And in this position is very important move. If you don't play this move, white plays e3 and he's completely fine. So f4 is very important to go all in and attack the king with the collaboration of the bishop and all the pieces. And now white is in trouble. It's -1. Knight to d3, queen to e8. Actually, the time control, I forgot to say, it's 5 + 3, 5 minutes for both players, plus 3 seconds after each move. And here he started thinking. I was blitzing out until here. He was thinking on knight d3. I blitzed out queen e8. He went rook here. I was blitzing out all of my moves here. Probably I rushed a little bit. I've completely forgot about what is my opponent's plan, the most important question in chess sometimes, which is e3, actually, like clearizing what is happening with this f4. I had to go bishop g5 to stop this e3. I just missed e3 all around, and I just wanted to build on my attack. But now e3, and here I missed this idea that the knight is actually jumping to f4 and blocking to f5. I was very happy here. I thought take and bishop g5, and he has to go knight f1. pawn on bishop c4, but I completely missed knight f4. I got shocked, and here I thought, oh, the game is going out of my control, but I thought, okay, it's not over, let's just keep calm and stay in the moment. Queen h6, guarding the pawn and not reacting too much. He took best way, and queen a4, playing all the best move. He found all the best move of computer, and now he has advantage after queen a4 because my bishop is bad, because if I go back and if I play passive, the rook can come inside. For example, if I go here, yeah, rook to c7, and it's disaster for me. So here I thought a lot. I knew I'm in kind of a trouble, but I had some hope over his king because the rook is here, the knight is here, you know, and I found some models like patterns that I can trick. I can play for some bluffs. So in this position, I played a very nice move, bishop to e2, top computer move. He was like shocked. He was like, what is going on? Because if he takes, I can take with check and take the knight. Pretty simple, and I win the pawn in process. But still white is better even in this position because the pawn on g4 falls. But okay, at least I'm getting some rook activation. I'm getting something. It's not like he's completely better or winning. So he didn't take, he just went rook to e1, which I was frustrated. Okay, he didn't take my bishop, and now I knew I'm in trouble. So what do I do here? Here I had to, I thought, I think around 1 minute or something, but still I was up on time the whole game. And I took on f4. He was more shocked. What are you doing? Both of your bishops are under attack. But I had this idea before when I played bishop e2 that I can play around his king, and here I sacrificed the rook against Mitra. So I sacrificed my rook. We will see in the next game. It's actually a complete bluff here. I was just bluffing, but I didn't, of course, see what is the refutation. I knew it's just not good. I was shaking my head. He took immediately, and I take, and I'm going for all attack over the king and bring the rook. So here he thought, I don't know how much, decently a lot maybe, and he didn't take the bishop. He didn't call my bluff. He could actually take the bishop, and after check you go king f1, because if you go king f2 then rook f8 is complicated. Rook f1, king f1, and after rook f8 you just go rook f2. Rook f2, and after g3 you can actually just take the bishop with the help of the queen. And yeah, here I don't have any defense. If I take the knight, for example, yeah, queen g4 and the rook f8. Maybe he just missed queen g4 in all of the lines, or yeah, I mean, it's actually extremely difficult finding this with like 1 minute on the clock, because king f2 is just a complete mess. So my bluff worked, and he actually gave up his queen, which was not a good move, and now I have advantage. I win the pawn on b2, rook to c8, bringing the rook. I'm not in rush to eat all the pawns. I was not worried about this knight jump here, or no, he cannot take. He take the rook first and then take on g4, and we have this position. Queen versus two minors and a rook, 3 pawns, 35. I am up 2 pawns, and I'm completely winning here. But I started to play on his clock, and in this position after knight e4, yeah, here I don't know what did I do. I was just playing on his clock. He was playing constantly less than 10 seconds. I think I had around 1 minute or so, and I had to just start pushing pawns. My intuition was also telling me, but I just wanted to remove this pawn to run 0 chances, 0 risks. But I forgot that he can just eat all the pawns. But I thought, okay, with this king I always have chance. Okay, b5. Now he was threatening to give a check and win the rook. He obviously sees it, and I just wanted to bring out the king out of his cage. And b4 now, knight to d2 stops the pawn. Queen, I just gave check, but I forgot here that he can counter check me and has time to win the pawns here. I mean, it was not a terrible move, but I just missed bishop e4. That was annoying. It was much better to take this pawn, because this pawn was going nowhere. He took this pawn and he gave me some chances, but it's still all draw. So here I'm just playing the moves, giving you guys the moves based on my memory. I don't have footage, so I'm normally good at just parentheses here. I'm normally good at memorizing all of my games. I think I just remember all of my 6 games in this tournament by just memory. That's how I'm just showing you guys the games. But maybe in such moves it was not the same, but at the end we reached the same position. So queen d6 check, attacking the rook and the king. The king went to c3. This position is completely draw, but I told him after the game that white has more chances to win, or it's if I just blunder something. But the thing is, like, and now I see it, it's much easier for black. Maybe just I have all these checks. So queen e5 check, rook d4, another check here, and I prepared something, prepared everything in my mind that okay, now I'm ready to push the pawn. Let's go for it and do something. In worst case, I have the check and repetition, and here unfortunately he panicked and he played rook to d8 and blunders. Yeah, I mean, you should always keep your pieces compact together so you don't blunder anything, but he wanted to stop this pawn, so he had to go rook to d7, stop this pawn from here, and instead he went rook d8. I was very lucky that he just blundered this, and yeah, I won the game with queen c7 and won the rook. He resigned here. So yeah, I mean, this endgame is just yeah, I was pushing the pawn, he panicked, but okay, if he goes rook d7, he's completely fine. But I think I played a decent game, sacrificing the bishop on e2 and also rook f4. It was a bluff, but it worked. It was enough. Let's go to the next game against Mitra, woman grandmaster. We have the same opening, but here she played knight to c3, not g3, and I went d5, e3 here, another system, castle, and rook c1. Yeah, I mean I know such lines very well. I mean, it doesn't really matter what black really does. I played a lot of games here. Like, you have b6, the most logical move, the most precise, knight d7, maybe a6, maybe here. I don't know why I played this move. Normally you're not supposed to do this move. It's interesting. I thought I just wanted to play for the win, honestly, with all due respect, but I was there to win the tournament. So you're not supposed to take it there because the bishop has not moved, so she can develop the bishop in just one go. But I wanted to get these positions, such pawn structure. I didn't want to allow her to take or push. I just wanted to choose what kind of a structure: b5, c5, knight goes to c5, b4. And here she kind of panicked here and played a4. I think she knows that this is not a good move, but I don't know, maybe she underestimated me. She plays some moves in this game that I thought like she's just underestimating me or something. I don't know. So a4, the whole king side, queen side is paralyzed here. You're not supposed to do that. Queen e2 was the best move to go for immediately e4 ideas. a4, I go b6. I thought a lot here to go c5 or knight c6, knight b4, then c5, knight d7. But I thought, okay, I want to keep the structure interesting, so have some winning chances. And in this position, of course, c5 gotta be played, and black is fine. But I just played immediately knight d7. I forgot that e4. I didn't forget, but I had to stop this e4 idea. Like, I played bishop b4 in the next move, but I had to play it even here if I didn't want to play c5. So he's going for this e4 idea, but we both didn't understand how strong is e4. But now after rook d1 is too late, because here if you play e4, I thought for a second that I just can play c5 maybe, but now e5 only move, and I don't have a good position here after trade bishop d3. This position is not great because these two bishops eyeing my king, and rook jump, knight g5. Yeah, this is not great. This bishop is bad here. But okay, she played the rook to d1 and bishop b4. Now you cannot go e4 because I take it. And here she plays knight b1, which is very surprising, hoping that I take. I never take that bishop so that your knight comes back to the game. I just guard and I connect my rooks together. And now bishop a2 attacks the pawn on c7. I guard it. She comes back. I shake my head. Oh, we are going to make draw. But she said no, we are not going to make draw. I mean, honestly, if she would have played this, I wanted to go here. So bishop d3 and rook to c8, attacking the pawn. I guarded with another rook because this pawn was hanging. And now she goes e4. In this position it's not that scary. I go h6, giving air to my king, controlling this square. If you go e5, my knight jumps to the center, so there would be no tricks on nor knight g5, queen h5. And now she plays queen to e1, another strange move. Knight b1, queen e1. They are very desperate to just kick out my bishop from here. So here I played psychological game, turned out to be the best move as well. Like, she's begging for me to remove this bishop from b4, that the move that she plays a4, I'm just using it the whole game. And I said no, I'm going nowhere. Very important move. And now she wanted to turn the favor and say, oh, your b5 square is weak, I'm going to jump there. And I said, okay, let's just go e5. I have time to play e5, and it's a very good position to pause. What do you do here? Very strategical positional decision making here that I didn't expect from her to play such a bad strategical move. She played d5 actually. Very bad move here strategically. Her position is completely going down from after this move. You should definitely keep the tension and should not give a square to this knight to breathe actually. For example, knight to b5, putting pressure on the center, somehow maybe even take, bishop c. Just keep the tension. If you play d5, this is what's gonna happen. And c6, I break the center with c6, and this position, all my bishop gets activated. There is a weakness on e4, a4. Her bishop is bad. My pieces are just much better suddenly. She just gave life to all of my pieces. b3, rook d8, and here h3. And here I had to be patient to just develop my pieces easily, but I saw that I can sacrifice again my rook like the last game. Why not? Boom. It's very interesting, but computer laughs a little bit at it. Knight takes e4 was a wrong capture here because there's a pin here, so I thought it can never go wrong. I win a pawn in the process as well, and why not? But the thing is, after this, in this position, she couldn't find the move. I just completely didn't see this move. Knight d5, very tough move here, attacking the queen. And after queen b7, you go queen to d3, only move. Knight c5, queen to c4. And apparently after rook e8, black still can fight, but white is better. But the thing is, she completely missed it. She just played queen e3 here. I knew this move is wrong. I can go bishop c5, knight f2, bishop. I was calculating this very briefly, but again, I was playing on the time. I was up on time, and I thought, okay, if I take on c3, it's running zero risk. But after bishop c5, the game is actually just over. Like queen e2, knight f2. I mean, I don't know why I didn't play this. It's just over. But okay, it's just zero risk running, and I just take on f3. I'm just up a pawn against woman grandmaster. I risk nothing. I think here we have both less than 10 seconds maybe. Yeah, we are playing super fast. Queen c3, queen d1. Again, until here I remember completely correctly, but from now on maybe one move has changed or something, but I doubt it. So here I panicked. I thought, oh, I missed queen c8, queen f5, and if I go here g6 you can take, or if I block you can take the pawn. I thought I blundered the perpetual, but actually I didn't, because check here, she saw it, I think, so she came back to g1. I played g6, check, king g7, queen c3, and I gave check here, queen d4, and here she played a really bad move. I mean, of course I'm just pushing here. I have checks, I have all the tricks, but she just played a blunder. Queen to f3, which I forgot to put a double bad move mark, and because after the trade of queens I'm up a pawn, even though it's doubled, my king gets activated, and when you're up a pawn in opponent game, it's most of the time it's winning. There are exceptions as well. Of course, it depends on the activity of the kings. My king is even more active in the center. F3 and F5, she resigned, and it was the 5th round actually, but I already won the tournament with the last game against Julien, 6 out of 6. Actually, there was a story anecdote that even though I won the tournament cleanly, 6 out of 6, the second place was 5.5. Still we had a tie break against the other guy with the 5.5 just for the show outside the theater. So I won that match as well, and I won the whole tournament. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something, one or two, and see you guys in the next videos. It felt good to play and sacrifice 2 rooks in 2 games against very strong players. No? Ciao.